Hello. Hopefully my bot's working correctly tonight. Because it's pulling in all the Streamlabs crap again. Wasn't supposed to do that. I'll go back up to the top and say hi. You got Jim Thompson. Nope, no notification because I forgot to post it until just shortly ago. JC Likes Pam. We got VMC, AT Roberts, KJ, he's in Ohio, Jolly Roger, Michael Rose, Silverman, Roll Bell, Otis, welcome. Let's see. Joe Minnick. Let's see, I'm sure there's others. Joey. Smoker. Anybody else I missed? I apologize. We got 14 viewers, but only 11 likes. Something's wrong there. Still waiting for an email from Joseph. I actually found one of my 2.5-inch flips, so it fit perfect. He won the 1909 SVDB 4,000 sub giveaway. And Jim Thompson sent 10 Dad Hunts Coins gift memberships. And those went to Mina, Otis, David, Joey, KJ, Lori, Block Blockas, Silver Addiction, Charlotte King, B Collector Rick. You guys now have emotes. You're back? Okay. We're almost there. 14 viewers and 13 likes, which means we're probably at 14, so. And I'll have to play with my thing again because it's still pulling in crap that I don't want it to. Bowler's Pest Control Wildlife, welcome. Picked up halves from my bank, and they were all brand new 24s and 25s again. So I'll have to bust those out and drop them back in. So now I've got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7.5 boxes that I need to get deposited. JC Likes Pam got 3 W's. So yeah, I need to get those back in the bank. I did pick up 3 boxes, so I have the one for the giveaway on Monday. I do have a announcement for that, so that has all the rules. But basically, you come in before the start of stream or up until the time we open. You do exclamation "GOT" and then you'll be entered. You do have to be there, so when I pull your name from, well, Streamlabs pulls your name, you do have to show that you are here. So that will be a complete nickel hunt with your choice of nickel, copper, or penny pack. And then I have 2 more boxes after that, which should be able to get. You have to put your work in searching halves, eventually pays off. Well, there's not much to look for when they're brand new. And not the 2026s either. I used to sell them on eBay, but then they quit selling, so I took them all down because they hadn't listed or had gotten even any bite in close to 2 months. So it's not before, it's when I go live. So when you see the stream start, from then up until we open the box is when you can enter. So usually that it's about 15 minutes or so. So you'll have about 5:40, 5:45, depending on the night and how many people are in there and everything. Because we still do drink guesses and all that. But you come in anytime up until the box is opened and I close the entries. You'll just enter, and I'll repeat that, of course, throughout the beginning of the stream. But you do have to be present. You don't have to stay the whole night, but you do have to be present to win. Looks like it's pulling drinks and stuff over, so I will double check when we go to do it that we have everybody on it. Again, if you see Joseph Wells, still waiting for a claim. I found a 2.5-inch flip last night, and instead of that old broken one, I was like, I think I might have one that's big enough for that. And it does. So there you go. Hey, Amina, Kentucky Fried, Lyle, Bee Collector Rick, Dennis. Forgot to say hi to some of the people that were coming in. And I got to put Jim Thompson on the wheel. I try to put names on the wheel for people that send super chats and gifts and things like that. We'll put Amina on. That's 100 joules for a high five. Well, thank you. You thought it was going to be a regular 1909 SVDB in that condition? No. Sorry. Jim Thompson sent a Sunday. We've got 23 people and only 18 likes, so a few of you have forgot to hit the like button. Can't do a 25 like giveaway until we hit 25 likes. And if you're new and you're lurking or anything and you're wondering what we're doing, you are guessing the drink off of this list that you think I am drinking tonight and the oldest year of the coin in the box. And you just type it in. You can see how people are putting, like, you know, the drink and then like 39 or whatever. For example, Odo's put Fanta Orange 1938. And that is just extra entries onto the Wheel of Names, which is just an extra giveaway at the end of the night for a copper round. I have added, I think, the majority of my 5-ounce rounds now. So all those are in my webpage. I've been trying to get those updated. I still have a couple I think I might have forgot, so I'll have to go through and look. Pepsi products are on sale this week. Buy 2, get 2. So I might have to pick up some more Pepsi Zero Cherry Cream, because that was good. I wish they'd have Mountain Dew Code Red Zero, but they only carry regular Code Red. And we got a Okay, perfect. That was a redemption from the other night. So I think pretty much everybody's in. I'm going to close this window and then I'll go through the names and everything. So make sure we have everybody that's on it. I do have to sort it because my bot is not working like it should be. It was supposed to. So give me a minute to sort. Let's do by name. That way I can go down and get rid of all the Streamlabs. And any extras. I think that's everybody. Let's do this. And yes, I'm talking to myself. Alright, so right now, going down the list, I'm sure there's people that we have missed, but it shows A.T. Roberts, B. Collector, Billy, David, Dennis, J.C., Jim, Thompson, Joe Minnick, K.J., Kentucky Fried, Lyle, Michael Rose, Otis, Silverman, Smoker, Jolly Roger, and VMC for drinks and years. So if you didn't hear your name, you can throw that in there. Oh, you're good. Let me get you on there because I've closed the bot down. So we got BH with Tropical Zero, 7-Up. And 1926. Cool. Gotta fix a couple of these years. All right. So if you haven't got your name in there, again, it's A.T. Roberts, B. Collector, Billy, David, Dennis, J.C., Jim, Joe, K.J., Kentucky Fried, Lyle, Michael Rose, Otis, Silverman, Smoker, Jolly Roger, VMC, and B.H. Those are what I have. I'll give you about a minute. In case if you didn't, Garrett is coming in with his Barks 36. Yeah, I forgot to schedule it. Anybody else that needs drinks? Otherwise, I will say we are done. We've got 30 viewers and only 24 likes. Now I'm going to sort by drink. Oh, let's get Mike on there. And he had Pepsi 1940. Yep, you can get on there. As long as people are still putting drinks in. So we got 74, that's his box tonight. I did not see yours up there, so if you want to throw that in. What did my thumbs down not show up? I don't know. So if you want to throw your drinking year in, 74, I'll get you on that list. You got Mountain Dew Citrus 26. All right. Now I will sort it. Gone through the list a couple times, so you should have had plenty of time to do that. Sort by year. Oh, I'll get Crafty on there. Very good. Crafty said Fresca Peach 34. There you go. All right, now we'll sort it. Get Calvin on there real quick. Put Coke Zero Float. If you want to throw a year, you're welcome to. Billy, yes. You had Mountain Dew 39. 26, okay. All right. So we had 5 winners. Mountain Dew, Baja Cabo Citrus, Tropical Citrus Punch. That's a mouthful. That was Billy, Jim Thompson, Joe Minnick, Smoker, and 74. So you guys, congratulations. Got you on the list. I've never tried it, so hopefully it's good. It's good. It tastes like something, but I can't put my finger on it. I could put my finger in it, and then it would just be wet, but it's not bad. It's not my favorite, so I'm glad I only got one 12-pack of it. It kind of tastes like a mix between an orange, almost like a creamy flavor to it, and a little bit of a maybe a pineapple-y type taste. So it's interesting. Like I said, I like it, but I'm not going to buy lots of them. Someone said we had 25 likes, so let's do a giveaway. Exclamation GAW will get you in a drawing for a 1-ounce copper round. It's not going to be one of my go-tos, like the Cherry Pepsi float, or the Cherry Pepsi cream, the Dr. Pepper coconut cream, Fresca Barks, Fanta are kind of my go-tos. So it's one of those that, like I said, it's not bad. It's just, I don't think I want to buy multiple 12 packs. My kids will probably try it. Got kind of a nasty looking one. Do that so I can put some of those there. So again, exclamation GAW will get you in on the drawing for a 1 ounce copper round. I didn't add any new copper rounds for 1 ounce, but I did go in and add almost the rest of my 5 ounces. So that is still all part of my pre-summer sale. You get 10% off any of my copper rounds and merch. So including the 5 ounces and the 3 ounces. Let's see if we can find a buffalo tonight. We haven't had one of those in a while. In fact, let's find out the last time we had it. The last time we had a buffalo, man, it's been quite a while. It was back on March 2nd with William E. We've had multiple wars since then, and we've had a V-nickel since then. But March 2nd, so almost 2 months. Liking the 2 5 ounces? Sweet. I did put some more up there. I've got to go through and look and see if I've missed any of them. I try to put what I could remember off of my list, but exclamation GAW. For a giveaway going on right now. Let's see how much time we have left. Got 5 seconds, and it's actually, there we go. Okay. So we have 26 people in. Not going to be much of help tonight. Phone's not wanting to charge very well. Might have to get a new one tomorrow. I like my Google Pixel. If you're an Android guy, that's my favorite. I've had Google Pixels for the last few and absolutely like them. All right, picking a winner for the 25 likes, and that is B.A. Tranger. Congratulations, BH. You will also be one of my guinea pigs for testing out the Canadian redemptions. Because I haven't had a Canadian one on my website yet. And again, if it tries to charge you or anything, do not Hey, we'll get it figured out. But hopefully it works like it's supposed to. Date game tonight. I mean, the oldest of the box. That happens at the end of the stream. But yes, throughout the night we do guesses, if that's what you're also asking. But we have the first roll with the first find. Another 2024. Haven't seen one of those for, well, I don't know, last stream. Let me find that. The only time I don't do the guessing game is if it's a 2024-2009, and also if it's a like quarter or halves, something like that. But I haven't been able to search halves because BU, brilliant uncirculated, basically straight from the mint, never been touched. For example, a BU uncirculated penny will look like that. My war nickels that I include in the nickel packs are AU war nickels, so almost uncirculated. So they're not BU. Those were way too much for me to afford to give out. Or I'd have to raise the price of the boxes and try to keep them reasonable priced for different options. But the AU I was able to get in. Hey, Joseph. You need to send me an email. If you didn't see my short, you'll need to watch it. You were the lucky winner. Can I give that 25 likes to JC Likes Pam? You sure can. $25 likes. Give to JC. There you go. Hey, Brian. Just because it's so ugly, and this is where you can guess any year. So my suggestion would be guess newer than 58. Or 59, I mean. So if you're guessing in the 40s or 50s, I'll guarantee you will not win. So you might want to retract yours and put a new one in. So I'm going to say is it's going to be newer than 1959. Just because it's so ugly is not a regular find. It's not going to consist as a find. Because it is newer than 59. So it's at least a 60 or above. But I figured because it's so horrible looking, it'll be a fun one to guess. You won't do that on all of them. Alrighty. This, let me go like this to make sure. It's a 70-something. Where is it at? There we go. It is a 1973. 73. And that's that 73. That's the beauty of a 73. Let's see who won. I know we had some that were close. '71 and 75 is what I'm seeing. Because that would be 2 in either direction. So that's JC and Old Bell. But I'll put Silverman just because that's what's on there. And I'll give you guys another chance. Now it's back to our regularly scheduled finds. So now I'll give you a hint. If you guess 60 or newer, you will be absolutely wrong. It'd be nice to find a proof. We've only found one for subscribers, I believe. Not that I find them a lot before that, but we got a couple of guesses to go on now. We'll finish this one up, and then we'll put the new one in. So that one comes down, and the new one, which would help if it's upside right, not downside. Oh. The one that I just took off is a 1942 non-war, because there was no big mint mark. So 1942. We have a 40s. Get that on the board. If I can find my thing. A.T. Roberts sent a Dad Hunts Queens membership to Crafty, received it. Congratulations, Crafty. You now have some emotes that you can use. And then after this one, we have a foreign. While I'm thinking about it, oh yes, I forgot about the year. Thank you, Jim. Bee Collector had 42, so he got double the entries. That's why I like having you guys keep me on my toes. Let's switch that one out and put up the beaver. Center it a little bit better. There we go. The one I just took off is a 1959. So 50s, you got a 59. Let's see who got it. 59, got 56, we got 58, 59, 74 got a 59. It's the only 59 I see, unless I'm wrong, let me know. But I'm thinking it's 74 times 2. The Mountain Dew kind of sort of reminds me of a drink called Cactus Cooler. Don't know if it's everywhere, but around here it is. That is almost, that's what I was thinking of when I was thinking of it. Tastes like Cactus Cooler. Billy sent a Dead Hunts Coins gift membership to John Berry. Let's go. Bloop. Did anybody guess? 2000. (2007), 95, thinking the 95. Just making sure here. 95 is only 5 away, so that would be BH, VMC, JC, and Jim. And Jolly? Okay, thank you. As I say, I do have it on live chat, so I must have just missed it. That's weird. Oh, there he is. It was just after the stop on mine, but I know that he was in on time, so. That's why I missed. So I picked up 3 boxes. I had one from the credit, one from the credit union and 2 from the bank. So the one from the credit union is going to be the giveaway on Monday. And that again is thanks to Fervid's Finds. He bought a box a while ago, and now that this is the last of 74's hunts, I can now give that away. And on that giveaway video, I do show examples of what you can receive as your guaranteed pack. So you do have your, if you win, you get your choice of either 5 1-ounce copper rounds off my website, or a nickel pack, or a penny pack. A nickel pack gives you a V nickel, 2 dated buffalo nickels, a regular war nickel, and an AU war nickel. The penny pack gives you a 2-cent coin. It is kind of cold, but you can still see some details on it. At least be able to tell what it is. You also get an Indian head. You get wheat cents. We get one from 09 to 19, 2 from the 20s, 2 from the 30s, and then 1 from 40 to 1958. That is a BU. So again, on that video, I do show examples of what. Oh, and you also get a PDNS steel cent. Even though I can't get pennies anymore, I still have stuff for penny packs, so that's why I do penny packs as an option still, until at least I run out of some of it. Let's do a 5 1-ounce. What about 1 5-ounce? I'll have to look at that. Maybe depending on the 5-ounce. If it's one of my cheaper ones, maybe that would work. I do have some on there for I think like 18. That sort of thing. Most of them are right around 20 bucks. There's a few that are a little bit more and a few that are a little less. But yeah, maybe. Like I said, maybe if it's one of my cheaper ones. Or if you want one of the more expensive, I'll always upgrade. Pretty flexible on options. Excuse me. Kind of strange at work today. I think one of the department heads got fired, I think. Sounds like there was some kind of maybe an altercation with an employee or something. But I don't know. That's above my pay grade. I just make the check when they ask me to. People think that because I make the checks, I know what's going on. And it's like, no, I'm not told anything like that. I'm just handed a... No. Nope, wouldn't be me. I think it was the kitchen manager. I think they already have someone in mind that they want to offer it to. He used to be an employee. He helps out once in a while as a 1099 when multiple people are gone and that sort of thing. So everybody would love it if he came back. Ten down. So that's my guess, is usually when they have me make a paycheck with all the PTO and everything on it and no like 457 deductions, things like that. Usually that is what it means. Because I believe they have to give you a check if you get fired. I believe they have to give it to you right then. Whereas if you quit or something like that, they don't have to, they can just do the regular one. And another 2024. That I'm not sure on, but I think that's how that works, is if you get fired, you have to cut a check. Or cash. So it's one of those things. I overhear little bits and pieces of stuff, but rarely do I actually know what is going on behind the scenes. Yeah, in, I think, Utah and Colorado, because when I was in Colorado, the district manager fired me for not following their schedule, even though I gave them the schedule that I was going to do and they didn't say anything. Anyway, he came in and dropped like $2,400 in 20s. I was like, seriously, dude? Another 2024. Gas here is, last time I looked it was $4.19. Yeah, I gave my schedule of what I was going to do because I was a district manager and traveled all over the western Colorado, and I would do like a big loop, and they didn't like that, I guess, and he didn't tell me. Nope. And then he came in, he was like, you didn't follow the schedule, and it's like, you didn't give me a schedule. It's always turned in what I was going to be doing. Another one with the ring of death on it. But it was funny because he got fired for basically the exact same thing. So it's one of those, if you screw around with stuff like that, you're going to get caught eventually either way. Even if you get someone else fired, you'll get fired yourself. So it was a few months after that, I got a message on LinkedIn from him asking me to come work for him. I ignored and blocked it. Can't remember if there was a block option, but basically I was just like, didn't even reply back. It's like, I wasn't good enough for you then when you were doing crap. What makes you think I want to work for you now? Yeah. Luckily, I don't drive very much. You were in just about every one of your fires. Another one, it was funny because they fired me for not doing enough loans. I was doing half the loans in the office, but it was in the economic downturn, so no one had money to, buy the fancy boats and ATVs and stuff. So they were like, you're not doing enough. And I'm like, well, I'm doing half of them. There's 3 of us, and I'm doing half of the loans. And then my friend, 2 months later, he texted me and he goes, well, the office you were at, he goes, they shut it down. They closed it. So it's like, yeah, that's what I thought. But I thought it was funny. You're not doing enough. You're only doing half of what you're supposed to. And I'm like, yeah, and I'm doing half of what the office is doing. They didn't like that. I just found it hilarious. It's like, and the funny thing is, of course, they did it for, they don't want to pay unemployment and stuff. So if they fire you, they don't have to. Well, I submitted for it. They tried fighting it. And I basically showed them the proof. I was like, here it is. I was doing half of the loans in the office, even though I was below my amounts, et cetera, et cetera. And they're like, you can't control the economic situation. You can't control if people are... And some of the loans I would try to offer, they wouldn't let me do it. Like one guy wanted 10 grand, 1958. He wanted 10 grand, or it was actually a lady, to build a horse arena. And they were willing to put up one of two trucks. One was a loan value of $10,000. The other one was a loan value of $15,000. Let's see, do we get it? 74, got it. Fleabag, got it. 74 and Fleabag. And they wanted both of them. And I said, they're not going to go for that. I was like, they're willing to put up the one for 15, but they're not going to put up two. But I said, I'll take it to them. I took it to them, and they were like, absolutely not. So it's like, you're hurting to do loans, but you don't want to give a loan. Even the truck, if I took it as collateral and they had to sell it, like I said, the loan value was 15. It was worth like, I don't know, 23,000 or something. The loan value was 15. So it's like, well, you guys shot yourself in the foot. I got fired for going to work. I was told if it was raining, they would not need me. It stopped. I went in and they said it was the last day they would use me. Yeah. Unfortunately, too many businesses are trying to put out a little fire like, oh, they don't like, Bob, even though he's doing what he's supposed to be doing. They find a way to get rid of him or bring a friend in or whatever. I've had that happen. I've seen that, I should say. And then things go downhill. The one place, when the guy dropped $2,400 in 20s, two of the employees quit the next week, and they said that was absolutely uncalled for. Not only did the way you treated him, but he was doing his job loan, you know, it was increasing, stuff like that. And they closed, or they quit right then, like the next week. I saw one of them and they said, yeah, we both quit. I was like, cool. Another 59. Do we have any 59s? 58. 59 for Billy. Billy times 2. But yeah, I don't drive much. Basically, it's to work and back, which is half a mile. And then if I take my kids or go pick them up or something from their place or friend's house or school or whatever. So I put about 10,000 miles a year on my car. It's like Saturday I have to go to Richfield, which is 2.5 hours away because my daughter has a dance competition. And so that'll have to drive up there. She had a softball game in Pingwich, which is an hour away, so I had to drive up there. Can't drive that far here. So yeah, I don't drive a ton. I fill up about once every 3 weeks. But I don't have to deal with tons of traffic either, unless I go to the bigger city. Like I said, the nearest Walmart's an hour away. And for those that won tonight or redeemed from Tuesday, I'm going to try to get them sent out tomorrow. Like I said, I won't ever guarantee it. But I will try to get them out. Because like on the Monday stream, I'll usually send them out like on a Wednesday or something. It's like the ones from Tuesday I sent out this morning. Mainly because yesterday I had a lot of like softball and stuff going on. Oops. Or I mean, yeah, Wednesday. Another 20 2024. You're going to have a whole roll of them by the time you get your package. You had 12 one night and 9 one night. That's half a roll right there. There were some 09s, but I was at the bank picking, or I should say credit union, picking up the coin, and I was talking with the teller because she was waiting for another person so they could go into the vault, because you can't go in there by themselves. You have to have 2 people. And so she was asking me, what I found, and I was telling her and stuff. And there was a couple kids at the counter next to me, and she was like, "This guy's a YouTube star." Because I said something about, yeah, I just did a 4,000 sub giveaway. But she was telling them, yeah, this guy's a YouTube star. And they go, yeah, that's Dad Hunts Coins. And they're like, you knew that? They're like, yeah, his kid's in our grade. Another 2024. But it's funny. Oh yeah, that's Dad Hunts Coins. It was funny. And I'm thinking, YouTube star? Seriously? To me, a YouTube star would be someone that can quit your job and just do YouTube full time, which can be done, but not me. I mean, small town celebrity, yeah. Let me see if I can. Let you see this, and you guys tell me what you think. I was going to do a double-sided business card. Basically, this would be the front. That would be the back. I don't know why it's so long, but it would be, regular business card size. But, yeah. That's what I've been playing with. And then QR code, that'll take you straight to the website and that sort of thing. And so I'll get some made up and then throw them into packages and things. So now I just got to find a place that can make them. I don't want to spend, tons of money. But I do have people ask me about my channel and website and stuff, and now I can just boop. Yeah, it sounds good. And I just got my magnets. So now I have stickers and magnets of both logos. I get, hey, you behind the bushes. You dang whippersnappers, get off of my lawn. If you ever see ones that look like red, like this one isn't, this is more rust, but some of them that are like almost just red, a lot of times those are ones that have passed through someone because they swallowed it. And the stomach acids and stuff eat it away and it discolors. I'm sure that's something that you guys really wanted to know. Hey, Michael. Hey, Hike and Tackle. Calvin got 3 peppers. Woohoo! See if there was anybody lurking that needs points. Yes, Amina. Probably already gone because there's only 5 minutes watched, it said. Lady I work with, the executive secretary to the CEO. I'm like right next to her. And she was asking me about my neck and what I took for it. Because I had my neck fused. And she was in an accident, I think it was last year. And I don't think it, like, you know, broke her neck or anything, but it was fractured or something. And she had to be in a collar, and same type of collar I had to wear and that sort of thing. And I was telling her, the surgeon had told me try Aleve. And I said, so I call it my little blue, I said, most people wouldn't name it this, but I said, I call it my little blue pill. Because they're blue and they're little. My other little blue pill is a sleeping pill. But I told her Aleve, I said, I would take 15 of Oxy and it wouldn't touch it. I said, nothing would work. And she said she would have to try it. So I gave her some because I have it in my desk drawer. And she said that's the same with her, is there's like 1% of the population that drugs and stuff don't metabolize the way they normally do. Which for her, you know, doesn't do anything. And I was telling her, for me, it's the same thing. I can take, like when I had to go to the hospital, you know, I took a bunch of Oxy and then Dilaudid, and you would never have known I had all those narcs in my system. So, just like caffeine does not affect me, doesn't affect my son. Our whole family is basically that way. All of us just really don't get affected by caffeine. Like jittery and everything. Tonight is Mountain Dew Baja. I do like it. Now that it reminds me of Cactus Cooler, and they don't make Cactus Cooler Zero. Doesn't affect my son, but what about the moon? But But yeah, there is a small percentage of the population that stuff doesn't work like most people do. And so when I told her, you know, I was taking Oxy and stuff, and it wouldn't even touch my neck pain because I had bulging disc and disc degenerative disease and spinal stenosis and nope, wrong one. There was like 4 different things that were wrong with it. And so that's when the surgeon told me, have you tried to leave? And I was like, no. And that actually helped. You would think that it would be the opposite of, you know, leave didn't work, but Oxy or something did. The exact opposite. In fact, the night we do our giveaway, May 4th, that will have been eight years to the day of when I had my neck fused. Because I had it on May 4th because someone said, oh, Star Wars Day. I'm like, what? They're like, yeah, you know, Star Wars Day. I'm like, I have no idea what you're talking about. And that's when they said, you know, May 4th, may the 4th be with you. I'm like, yeah. I said, the reason I didn't understand that was because I've only watched the first 3 Star Wars that were ever made, and which was actually number 4, 5, and 6. But those are the only ones I've ever watched. Just like Lord of the Rings, I've seen the first one, maybe part of the second one, but I think it was just the first. So yes, I'm weird. I'm sure if you're a Star Wars fan person, you would absolutely have understood, and not me. Yeah, it's another 59. Seems like we get a lot of the repeat numbers. Tonight they're 59. I think that's our 3rd one. The other one was a 58. Oh, guess we got to see who got it. Let's see, you got 58. Just Calvin, I think. But it's not Calvin times 2 because it wasn't exactly on. Sorry, Calvin. But you still got your name on the wheel. Yeah, now that I'm thinking about it, that tastes like Cactus Cooler, and I've always liked Cactus Cooler, but they only make it in sugar. I don't even know if it's like a national brand or anything, but it's always with the Coke products. But if this is very similar, and it's a 0, maybe I will buy another one. Not that I need any more. I've already got like 12 cases. Never won a GA? Well, it's one of those things. You keep playing, you keep entering, and if you're here for the like 50 likes and end of streams and all that kind of stuff, you have Usually pretty good chances towards the end of the night when it gets a little later. All right, now we got 39 likes, so we're almost at 50 again. And instead of 25 likes, we'll do a 2024. Number 7. We're at 13 and just over half the box. So we're not on track to beat the other night. You had 30, I believe it was. It's not the record. The record is 36, I believe, with... Hey, Joseph! There's a lucky winner. And that round is no longer in a broken plastic thing that they sent it to me in, because I did have some 2.5-inch flips which fit the 2-ounce round perfect. I was afraid I was going to have to send it in that busted flip. Well, that cool coin goes to Joseph. He was the lucky winner of the 4,000 sub giveaway. So I just need your claiming email. Because you have 1 week to email me. Otherwise, it gets forfeited and it goes to a different person. Because it's one of those, I have your address from previous giveaway, guy wins. But on those, rules are rules. Because I could have possibly sent it with Thomas's, but I think its own envelope will do better. Roll 30. don't even be able to find more nickel boxes. I've only got, besides the giveaway on Monday, which there is a video explaining all the rules. I only have 2 boxes, which is only good for 1 week's worth of hunts. There you go. Now I'm going to put it in my pile down here with other rounds. And that will go to you. I guess it's probably actually. Hey, Copperell. Get the last of the guesses in for you if you want to get in. Yeah, I was thinking about doing it, but then I was like, no, I've got to have an email. It's a rule thing that I post it and I have to follow it. Not that YouTube's going to audit or anything, but any others? Let's see, we had a bunch kind of roll in right at the last minute there. Get Silverman's last one, I think. Oh, there's BMC. All right. 1941. I know someone hit it right on. Second of the night for the 40s. The other one was a 42. And let's see. Just Brian is the only one I see, is that right? Brian times 2. So Copper Owl, you can always mug Joseph for that. So if I hear that Joseph got mugged, I'll know who to blame. Well, that's good to hear. And the reason I did that is because I accidentally bought it. I was thinking it was a 5-ounce round. And then it came and it was 2, and I had to go back and look, and I was like, no, it was a 2-ounce. I just wasn't paying attention. So that's why I was like, oh, I know what I can do. I'm coming up on 4,000. We'll give that away as a giveaway. Don't know what I'll do for 5,000, but that's a little ways away. never know, maybe I'll have another good July. And like quintuple the amount that I had, because I went from about 500 to about 3,000 or so. So if that happens again this summer, then something's really strange. Because if that happens, I would go from 4,000 to about 25,000, which would be absolutely crazy. Way further than I ever thought I'd be. See, so you could, if you think, oh, I'll never be able to get to that, well, you never know. You could be posting stuff and then end up being a celebrity at the bank. What's funny is the teller had come in and she walked past me and she was going up around the counter and there was a couple being helped, and as she went by him she said, "Oh, cute pants," and everybody looked at me and I looked down at my pants thinking, what? And everybody's just kind of like, she goes, "No, you," pointed at the lady, and I'm like, oh, okay, because she had like flowers on her pants or something. But everybody, it was funny because they looked at me and was like, what's so cute about his navy blue dress slacks? Kelvin, you are wrong. It's a 41. I know we had quite a few 41s, I saw. Let's get that on the board first. And see. We got BH, KJ, VMC. I guess you could only win that round if you have 3 or less letters in your name. I guess I technically wouldn't count, but I do go by DHC. I'll give you guys another chance at guessing. Yeah, I think the reason I was kind of like, I'm not sure at first, was because it's a 0. But after tasting it and then coming to mind Cactus Cooler, I go, if you took Cactus Cooler and took out all the sweetness, that's what it would be. Excuse me. And we're good about that. If we notice that you put a year in it couldn't be or something, we try to let you guys know. Because not everybody knows all the years and stuff. So if you want to put a new year in, if you haven't. Oh, you did. Okay. And that one is a 57. Bloop, bloop. And the 40s are kind of rocking it compared to the 50s. Usually the 50s are way out ahead. All right, 57 and 57. We got a few people, it looks like. First one I see is Brian Robinson and Joseph and JC. Oops. I think just those three. And yeah, that's what you guys are saying. Cool. If anybody's passing through and lurking, hit that like button. Because we'll be here for a 50 like giveaway soon. We're at 42, so 43. As usual, I'm usually one behind. But 2024 is saying, nope, I'm still going to take the lead. 50s are sneaking up, but nope. A.T. Roberts is back. Guess who's back? Back again. A.T.'s back. Tell a friend. I was wondering when someone was going to put something like that in. Fine, I'll give you guys another chance. If you didn't get it right last time or at all tonight, well, now you have another chance. Excuse me. Well, it seems like we always find one of these while we have one on the screen. Another 2024. And I forgot to take off the Jim Roberts. Or Jim Roberts. Sorry, Jim. You're not a Jim Roberts. I don't know why I said Roberts. Jim Thompson. From... Yep, 2024s are low mintage. Not as low as 09s, but they are low. Well, I know we had one person get it exactly. I think there was only one, and I think that was A.T. Roberts. A 1948. Now, does it have a mint mark? That's the other question. Unfortunately, it is a D, not an S. A 48S would have been a semi-key date. Let's get that on the board. And if I so, I've got AT on there twice. I was looking, I was like, oh, we got a 57, or a 47, you got a 49. I was like, looks like we'll have quite a few winners. And then I saw 48 pop up. And all it does is takes one time to get on the wheel. If you stay until the very end of the night, you're guaranteed at least one spot. Because I let everybody at the end of the night that wants to be on the wheel, to be on the wheel. So when I do the like I said, I saw some 47s and 49s, and then all of a sudden the 58 or 48 popped up. I was like, oh. I was at my daughter's softball game. It was kind of a, they played almost at the same time. My daughter started at 6, my son's at 6:30. We didn't leave there until almost 8:30. They had some long games. I don't know why, but last time my daughter had a game, I scheduled it for, because it was at 5:30. I scheduled a stream for 6:30, and I was home in time, got everything ready. If I would have done that last night, nope. We've had 12 new members tonight. My thing's not popping up to see who those were again at the moment, but actually I can come in here and Jim Thompson, gifted, A.T. Roberts gifted. And Billy gifted. And then Amina and Jim both sent a high five and a sundae. And Jim Thompson sent a marshmallow high. Thank you, Jim Thompson. Just for that, I'll let you guys guess a coin. And Calvin sent a 100. Cool. Thank you. So for those 12 that got memberships, you have emotes that you can play with. So I was at Ballpark and I saw B. Waller popped up, and so I jumped on to say hi. And Calvin sent a gold coin. Thank you, Calvin. So then I had to go in and look around in the gift thing, and there's a ton of different gift things that you can give. Like we've had a 100, a gold coin, a marshmallow, a high five, all kinds of stuff. Thank you, BMC. And for that, I'll put another one up. The one I just pulled off was a 58. At 59 and a 57. I don't see a 58. So 59 was Billy, 57 was Garrett. Unless I'm wrong, let me know otherwise. Coins are the smallest and gift you 5 cents, I think. Yeah, what it does is each jewel, every 2 jewels equal 1 ruby, which equals 1 cent. So basically a jewel is worth half a cent. So if you send a 100 jewel gift, that's worth 50 cents. And it all adds up. So they convert those gems 2 for 1 into rubies, and then they convert the rubies into Joe also have 57. Oh, okay. And Calvin sent a high five. Thank you, Calvin. Let me get Joe on there too. Oops. Good thing I caught that because I put in Ho instead of Joe. I don't think Joe wants to be a Ho. I mean, each their own, I guess, but. And we now have the oldest of the night. Nope. It's a 39. Unfortunately, no mint mark. Because a 39D and a 39S are both key dates. So put that on there. $74 times 2? Sweet. Yeah, I know, I kind of broke the regular rule, but even YouTube stars like me, according to the bank teller, can make mistakes. Still thought that was funny. Don't let it go to my head. Yeah, I don't think that's going to happen. And Calvin sent a gold coin for 10 jewels. Thank you, Calvin. And I don't know how you get jewels without buying them, because when I went in, I had some jewels and I've never bought them. So you must be able to get them somehow. I made a mistake almost 35 years ago. Will be corrected May 20th. You bought them mistakenly. Okay. Yeah, on mine, I don't know how I did it or how I got them. Because like I said, I showed I have, I don't know, it was like a couple hundred. But it's like, I never bought these. Where did they come from? Time on streams, Adam? That could be too. There you go. Yeah, I know that you can like buy more, like if you want to send bigger ones and things like that. But it's like just a strange thing when you open it up and you have jewels and you've never, like I said, bought them. It'd be nice if there was like something that explained it. It took me a while to finally figure out the 2 jewels equal 1, or 2 gem, or 2 jewels equal 1 ruby, and 1 ruby equals 1 penny. So I was looking at my stream, because it says like how much in super chats and stuff like that, and it showed I had, I think it was $6.98 in rubies. I was like, that's cool. And Calvin sent a gold coin for 10 jewels. Thank you, Calvin. I think the lowest one I've seen was 2 jewels, which is just kind of strange, but it's like, 2 jewels. Hope you don't get bored of them. Nope. So it's beat up. You can see all the circling on that, but this one, it looks like someone got hungry. Or he's trying to wear some kind of necklace, being Pimp Daddy Jefferson. Anyway, it's a 48 and no mint mark. '40s are doing good tonight. Calvin sent 100 for 2 jewels. Jim Thompson sent GG. GG. Robert's at 49. Okie dokie. Calvin sent another gold coin. Thank you, Calvin. Oh, and you got David also? Okay. All right. So I had David and AT. What do we got? 1, 6, 12, 23. And we're on roll 41. And Calvin sent another gold coin. Thank you, Calvin. Excuse me. Thank you, Calvin. That deserves a drink. Jimmy sent a 100. It doesn't even cost you 100. It only costs you 2. That's the only thing I wish they would do is be able to tag on your phone. I said 23. It's supposed to be 22. As soon as you said that, I was like, wait a minute. I know exactly what I did. Calvin sent sparkles. Calvin sent another 100. But this is not a 100, it's a 2024. Seems like it's been a little bit since we found one, but you're up to 10 now. Well, 74 just from the last 3 boxes has already got 3/4 of a roll of 2024s. I'm sure we'll find another one. We found 10 in 42 rolls. Yeah. It's crazy that we found some 26s already. Speaking of 2026s, it's a 26 Denver. And we've been putting them on as finds because we don't find them a lot because they're still newer. I think that's our 4th one because we found one, I think it was one night, and then we found 2 in one night, and then one tonight. So for now, we're counting them as finds. It's only our 4th in the wild 2026s. And I can't search halves because they're all 2024 and 2025s. So if you're looking for brand new rolls of those, I've got plenty. And the odd thing is I've been getting some 2025 Phillies, not Denvers like usual. So like I said, I've got 7.5 boxes I've got to bust out and dump. But it's one of those things, if I don't take them, I don't get them. Because the bank orders them just for me, and if I don't take them, then they won't order more. So another box of 26s? Cool. I was hoping I'd at least get some, and then I'd see what they were going for on eBay and look at selling them, but I don't even know how much they're selling on eBay because I haven't looked because I haven't gotten any. That's one drawback to living in a small town is you don't have as many options. Like I don't have a bank that I could just take them back to, and like a dump bank. My dump bank, I literally have to dump them. And it's not even a bank, it's a dump credit union. Well, it's not a 2009 or 26. Where's Dad dumping at? I'm dumping in the credit union lobby. And they don't mind. Another 2024. You've now tied Tuesdays. Yep. Yeah, I don't know where these are all coming from, but 2024s have been crazy. Like we used to find, a couple 09s and a couple 24s. And then the last, I don't know, 4 boxes have been like 2024 is taking the house. They usually ask me if I hit a good jackpot when I go to dump them. Sometimes they'll ask, how heavy was each of those? I'd be like, well, it had 2 boxes of halves, so that's going to be 50 pounds. Or it had a box of quarters and a box of nickels, so that's going to be 25 and 22 pounds. They're like, there's no way I could carry that. I said, I carry 4 boxes out to the car. Because I was selling last year my boxes of halves, and they were first going for about $11.50 a box, and then they kind of died down, and then they ended up going for about $9.50. Like one guy was like, I want all 4 if you give them to me for this. I'm like, okay. And then at the beginning of the year, I couldn't sell jack. I had 2024 Denvers, I had 2025 Denvers, I had 2025 Phillies. None of them want to move. So for 2 months, I didn't even get any nibble, and I already took them down to as low as I could go to still make a small bit of profit, because eBay takes 13.25% plus 40-cent listing fee. I love how they have to get that 40-cent listing fee. I did have them on my site, but then I was like, but if I'm busting them out and dumping them, my inventory is going to be off. So it's like, do I list them and just hope I don't dump them? So I figured, nah. We have now set a new record. Another 2024. Baker's dozen, my favorite number. The weird thing is I have 63 fillies for the TDO to look for. Usually we get one, if we're lucky, sometimes two. And tonight we're already at 3. Last roll. I just thought it was strange that I sold them up until the very end of the year, and I sold a couple, like 5 roll pack things the first couple days of January, and then nothing. It was like as soon as 2026 hit, not one nibble on any of those 24s or 5s. Last half of the roll. Hey, AG. Yeah, Tuesday we had 12, so it broke Tuesday's record. So 13 is now a record in one night. Hey, family night, always a good thing. 58, 57, 59, 59, 58, 59. 6. 50s, yep. 48, 48, 41, 41, 42 non-war. 5, yep. A 39 non-key date. A 2000 Canadian. 2026. 13 2024s. So it's that 1, 6, 12, 27. Awesome, AG. Oops. Let's take a look. First, I'll pick up the one that I dropped. Because it's on this side, if it did, wouldn't it? Because that side I don't see anything either. Now we'll be able to get your package sent out. Let me pull up the list, sort it for the year. The oldest was in 1939, and we had quite a few. We had Bee Collector, Dennis, JC, KJ, Kentucky Fried, Billy, and VMC. Billy got a double win tonight because he chose the Mountain Dew, which is what it was. So that's the end of the regular stream, so we'll do the end of stream wheel giveaway. Exclamation GAW. look at something here. $48 likes. Two more, we could maybe get a 50. Exclamation GAW will get you on the wheel and the end of stream. Alright, now we've got 48 names on the wheel. And I see 23, 24 that did GA. Still got 2 minutes. BH says 50, Fleabag says 51, I show 50. I don't think I can do 2 giveaways at the same time. So once I do this one, then we'll open it back up and do another. So you got 1 minute. Actually, I could do the same. I could just do 2 winners off of this one. I don't even have to do a second one. That's what I'll do. So it'll be an end of stream, but 2 chosen people on it. Exclamation GAW, you got 36 seconds left. Got 29 people entered, you got 18 seconds. Going to copy the names, paste them, copy those names, paste them on the wheel. Come back over to here, come to here. So we had 29 people. We're going to draw 2 times, one for the end of stream, one for the 50 giveaway. So 2 winners. Silverman or Old Bell. Let's say that is the 50 likes. For the end of stream, Mussel Shell. And I think you did your one redemption tonight, so I'll be able to send you both of them in one envelope. All right, 77 people. And we will draw one of those right on the line, but Billy. Congratulations. And that would have been the entry off of the 50 like end of stream, because it had the @Billy. Or I guess it technically could have been the drink also, or the year. I don't know why there's only one, because I know there was multiples on there. See, there's another one. Anyway, you're welcome. So that's the end of the regular stream. I think I'll probably open some quarters tonight. Remember to email me. I'll send you a code. I'll try to get them out tomorrow. I did see Muscle Shell. Yours came in, and JC's came in. I think I still have... Was it MLN? I don't think I've seen his come in. I'm going to put this in here real quick. We have BH, Silverman, and Muscle Shell. Or that's actually JC, because he gave it to JC Likes Pam. There we go. I'm just putting in some of the numbers of what we had. What did I say? 20, what? Let's see, 1, 6, 12, 27. Excuse me. And let's put our box finds, because I end up forgetting to do that, and then I have to go back and find them. We had 0, 0, 0, 1, 1, 5, 6, 0, 13, 0, 1, 0. And post that there. Cool. Okay. So now I'm sending you guys the codes. All right. So Muscle Shell, Old Bell, Billy, there are your codes. Let's see what time it is. 8 o'clock. Okay. All right. Now, sorry, it was a little bit of a easier to do it while I'm thinking about it, housekeeping type thing than, well, this one wasn't very sealed. I can stick my hand all the way in there. All the way in there. It's only got this little bit. Crazy. Being it's so early, maybe we'll do a full box tonight. No enders, which is as usual. Kind of a nasty looking one right there. Code worked. Awesome. So far they've been working. The only one I haven't been able to find out for sure is Maple Leaf. I haven't seen any of his come through yet. Or I should say his come through. '83, we'll look for Spitting Eagle. It's another one of those nice ones. I'm pulling out some of those ones that are like really nice looking to compare, but the problem is I've got to get my books out to actually do it. '65. No, just tell me which one it is, and I'll just send it to you. I was wondering about the Canadian part. Yeah, just tell me which one you wanted, like the name of it or whatever, and I'll just send it. And I was wondering if it would do that. So I guess if it's Canadian, I'll just have to do it the old-fashioned way and then maybe test it out and play around and see if I can get a way to fix it. But that is good to know, so that I can work on getting that fixed. I used to find die chips all the time, and then I haven't found any forever. I don't usually look for the drummer boy ones, but I will tonight. Yep, yours came through. That's what that ka-chink was. I think it depends on how big they are. I think the ones that kind of pull a premium are the ones that are like the big die chip in his hat. I found some that are not super huge. Honestly, haven't really looked into that much. I just know that there are, so I was pulling them out, but like I said, I haven't. Thanks, Billy. Congratulations again. I think you won not too long ago. No, you won and they gave it to Argent, I think. $19.70. See, what's weird is this third one in, it's like almost all copper looking. So at first I thought, well, maybe it's a different one, but nope. It's not too much of a difference, but it was noticeable when I was unwrapping the roll. Looks like that's probably going to be one right there. Oh, it's 2023. What about that one? Nope. And thank you again to all those that donated memberships and didn't have any chats, but we did have jewels, all that. Thank you. Don't know if cost of copper rounds have come down because I haven't been paying attention now that I have close to, I think it's, what is it? Something about 500. It did raise my price slightly, but I was getting quite low. Oops. And on quarters, I'm pulling out. Actually, I need to get the quarter one out because I can never remember, like on the 69, if it's regular or Denver. 70 has to be a D, and that is not a D. Thanks, Billy. Have a good night. Appreciate you coming in. Yeah, I always forget it, so that's why I have my cheat sheet out. But like that one was a non-Denver Philly. And again, like I say, I always flip over the newer ones, like the state quarters and stuff, because there are San Franciscos that are not proof, they're just Nixies. And I never knew that until I came across one day. Because I flipped it over because it wasn't a proof like, and I was just like, oh, interesting, so I had to look it up. You're welcome. '69 Denver. Guess we'll see how many we go through. Sometimes I only do a half a box of quarters. And kind of thinking that's what I might do tonight, is half a box, but we'll see. Because I'm getting a little bit tired. Not enough to completely stop. 70 Denver. I think I still have that script running. That's completely fine. It's kind of strange that I'm tired. See, the 71, I can remember if it's a P or D, and it's actually both. Because the 71, Philly and Denver both have DDRs. Ugh, man. I don't know why, but I got in the last half hour like quite tired. Maybe I'll do 15 rolls or 20 rolls, or I don't know, we'll see. Hey, Vince. Got done with our nickel hunt faster than usual because we found a bunch of 2024s and the other ones that we would guess on, we only found 12, which does not make for a long evening. $72. So we opened a box of quarters. So it was kind of a quick night, which isn't bad for some people because they usually end up needing to leave early or something anyway. Let's see, 66 is a Philly. 2025. We're on roll 10 of the quarters. I could try doing ASMR with coins. Get one of those close-up mic things and just clinking them together. I don't think I'll do that. Maybe one of you want to. You could become the ASMR coin guy. Or gal. It's one of those I doubt we'll find silver. It's always nice to, but in all my years of hunting, I've only found 2, and that was back to back. Let's see, 71 Philly. Check that one. Quite a few 65s tonight. Which is a little strange. Hey, Argent. We finished our nickels early because we didn't have too many to guess. Let's see, we finished the nickels right about 8 o'clock almost. It was like 8:03 or 6 or something. When we finished the giveaway and that. So for now, we'll open some quarters and then, yeah, it wasn't too bad. I mean, the 2024s took half of them, but now I've got to package up all of 74 stuff and send it. I doubt I'll get that done tonight. But we found a 26, which we've only found 2 other times, I think. Yep. 17, 76, 19, or 20. That does not make sense. Hey, Argent got 3 W's. We've only come across a handful. There was 1, and then another night we found, I think, 2, and then we found 1 tonight. So for now, we're counting them as finds just because they're, like, kind of so new. Yeah, I would love to get some new halves that aren't 2024s or 2025s. Right now I'm sitting on 7.5 boxes of either 24s or 25s. I was selling them last year, and as soon as this year hit, not one peep. I don't know what it is, but it's like as soon as 26 hit, nothing. I did have one person offer me an offer. It kind of sounded weird. Offered me an offer. Sent me an offer, and I would have actually lost money if I had accepted it. Because it's like, I still have to pay eBay's fees whether I sell them for $1 or sell them for $1 million. So when I factored it in, the fees and all that, I would have literally lost like $30 a box or something. So I just like, nope. So all I do is I just bust them open and dump them back in the bank. And that's what I've been doing, but I've been getting nothing but brand new halves for pretty much months now. Actually, I can tell you the last time I got a if I can find my box finds. scrolled right past it. For halves, the last box I had, I guess it wasn't too bad, but it's March 19th was the last box of circulated halves. And all my pickups since have been 24s or 25s. Yeah, makes it hard to search halves when we don't get them. Yeah, I have to take them because they order them basically specifically for me because I'm the only one that gets them. So if there was another option to get rid of them, I would. But there isn't. The one teller said, "How long does it take you to go through them?" I said, "Well, it depends. If they're newer, not too long." She goes, "Oh, you just go, oh, it's shiny? Nope." I wanted to say, no, I just rip them all open and dump them back. But I didn't say that. Let's see, 68 is a Denver. There we go. So I didn't want to say, yeah, as soon as I get them, I rip them open and dump them. Yep. That's why I know all I have to do is just bust them up. The reason I've gotten so many boxes now that I need to crack and dump is because the machine was down because I had filled it. And because it's not the banks, they don't service it, so the company had to come and empty it. And so I had an extra pickup in the meantime. Otherwise, I'd be closer to whatever I just picked up. Like I picked up 4 boxes, and I'm still getting rid of other ones. I think I'll just do this next roll and then search these and be done. So I'm getting a little bit tired. And I was able to pick up 1 box of pennies, I don't know, a month and a half ago, but I let my kids search those ones. Well, that's understandable. I've worked nights and stuff, and sometimes I'll just, when it was, like, I'd watch Rob's or whatever, and I'll just turn it on, and then if I had a patient or something, I would just mute it and let it run in the background. So sometimes I didn't get to watch all of them. $11,000 nickels and 15,000 pennies. Hey, Isaiah Moses. Yeah, luckily...
Your son is attempting to reach you on your cellular device. Your son is attempting to reach you on... Yeah, I was cut off of pennies back in September. And I actually got them from the bank, because I told the bank, I said, if you ever get any pennies, you want to get rid of them, let me know. And they're like, we can give you a box. I'm like, okay. But that's the only one, because I used to be able to get them, and that's why I offered penny or nickel hunts. Now it's just penny hunt or nickel hunts. Alright, let's see. Let's do Denver's. $76 DDOs. Nope. 83 spitting eagles are easy ones to get out of the way. I have one, but I've never found one. Ow. And let's do 65s. 65s have DDOs and Rs. Ah. No. Whenever you see that, I always have to like double check, because it's like you first see that machine doubling, but you want it to be a DDO or DDR. So it kind of makes you go, ooh, oh, no. All right. 66 Philly is DDR. No. Again, that machine doubling kind of throws you off. You're like, oh, wait a minute. But like that S is damaged, it kind of throws you off too. So, yeah, well. 68 Denver is DDR. 69 Denver is a D over D, or D over rotated D, which is not. A 70 D is both DDR and DDO and DDR. And the last two we have are 71s are DDRs. Yep. That's it for that. Well, thanks guys for coming and being here. I have some stuff I'll have to get ready to send out. And I think that's about it. So I've got all those. I can put those away. I can put this and you just send out. Excuse me. So, as usual, thank you guys. Oh, excuse me. We will see you Monday, May 4th. I believe is the next one. Yep. Monday, May 4th. And don't forget that is the giveaway night. So I'm giving that away to anybody in the stream at the beginning before I open it. So you have from when I start the stream until I open the box to enter. So if you want to nickel hunt, see if you can win, just come 5:30 and see if you are the lucky winner. 5:30 Mountain, as usual. And so when I start the stream, I'm going to enter the exclamation GA for the giveaway box. And I will let that run until it's time to give it away. Usually probably about, I'm guessing, 15, 20 minutes, something like that. So somewhere around 5:45, I'll probably end the entries and then give it away. You do have to be present to win. You don't have to stay the whole night, but if you are there and name is drawn, you have to type something in, such as here, woohoo, dang it, I won, something. And then if no one answers within a minute, what I'll do is I'll put a timer on my phone for 1 minute, and when it goes off, I pick a new person. But you get your choice of how much? It's a free giveaway. So it's one of my normal $25 hunts. It was donated by Fervid Finds. And with that, you get either a 5 1-ounce rounds off my website, or a nickel or copper pack. A nickel has a V nickel, 2 buffalo nickels, an average circulated war nickel, and an AU war nickel. The copper pack gives you a 2-cent coin that is coal, but you can still see some dates on it. But you have a 2-cent coin, you have an Indian head penny, you have wheats from one from 09 to 19, 2 from the 20s, 2 from the 30s, and then a BU from 40 to 58, somewhere in there. You also get 3 steel cents, a PD, and S. And that is the copper, or the copper pack, or the penny pack, sorry. So you have those 3 choices. I do have a short video out kind of explaining that, and I do show examples of what you can get as your copper or penny or nickel pack. I'm getting 100 buffaloes tomorrow. Sweet. Last time I did that, I got 2 S over S's and a 26S, which is a semi-key date, and added a few more to my collection. So there you go. Like I said, that'll be Monday at 5:30. You have from the time I start until we draw. So good luck. It's anybody is eligible. You don't have to be a member or a subscriber. Preferably you would be a subscriber, but anybody can enter that drawing and win, as long as they're 18 or older, or they have parental permission if they're under. Hey, Kelly Brown fan. Browns fan. I don't know why I dropped the S on it. So there you go. Look for that short if you want to kind of see examples of what you can choose. But that 4,000 subscriber, that was won and claimed. And you have a chance at winning a full nickel hunt on Monday. So, like I said, look for that short. It'll explain more, that sort of thing. But you're not here. You are stuck in Davy Jones' locker, man. Crazy. But yeah, free entry. You never know. You can win. And you might have a box like tonight. You might have a box with a bunch of buffaloes and more nickels or something. So there you go. Have a good night. We will see you Monday, May 4th, Star Wars Day. May the 4th be with you. And there you go. So have a good night. Thanks, guys, for coming. And again, the drink of the night was Mountain Dew Zero Baja Cabo Citrus. And if you've ever had Cactus Cooler, it basically tastes like Cactus Cooler without the sugar. Yep, and that will be my 8 years of having my neck fused. My C56, I think it was. So there you go. Okay, have a good night. Thanks for coming.